Hi, this is Linda with LLB Vintage and Pretties. My husband and I went down to Mexico the other day. We were just going down there to get our teeth fixed because apparently it's supposed to be a lot cheaper down there. So we went into a little town called Algodones. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. I'm probably not. So I apologize to those that are down there and Algodones, whatever it is, for mispronouncing him. So we had like a Lyft driver take us from our hotel down to the Mexico border, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the easier way to go. But I already had been driving for 2.5 hours, and I got lost for another hour. But we finally made it back to a hotel room. They gave me a great deal. I walked in, the price was $110. When I walked out, it was $89. And I think they just do that just to keep you coming in. So the Lyft driver, which is what I'm going to call him because I don't know what they were really called, took us down across the border to Alagones, someplace down in Mexico that they have all the dentists. So you walk in, and the second you walk in, you've got people asking you if you need a dentist. Do you need a dentist? Do you need a dentist? Well, my husband and I had already figured out the dentist that we were going to go to because it was a referral. But we never made it that far. We just never made it that far. We just went up and down the streets, and as we were going down one street, there was a great big sign on a white building that said Banyo. And from what I understand, that my friend told me that you have to pay to use the bathrooms down there. And I will tell you, I was very grateful I didn't have to use the bathroom. I'm picky about my bathrooms. I like them really, really clean. And I wasn't sure if this was going to be really, really clean or not. So I didn't use it. So we kept going down the street, and the side that we were on at this time, there were pharmacies, American pharmacies. There were liquor stores. On the other side, closest to the street, there's street vendors selling stuff, blankets and purses and hats and everything you could ever think of. Everything but what I wanted. I was looking for the great big Tonala planters because I have a bunch of succulents that I want to plant in them. So they didn't have any, but you kept going down and you go around the street this way. A whole bunch of different vendors are down there. And I stopped in at one because I saw that there were a ton of Tonala things. And I love Tonala, anything Tonala. I love the colors. I like the shapes. I like the hand painting on them. So this is he's not little, he's a lizard. And he's hand painted. Isn't he gorgeous? I might name him Larry, but Larry the lizard. I don't know. But this isn't what I was looking for, but it would suffice. And then on the back, it already has the 2 holes in it, so you just put screws up and hang them there. And I have 2 Tonala frogs that I've bought already and brought with me from Colorado. So I wanted more. I like them. And then they gave me this little purple Tonala lizard. Purple and pink. Isn't he cute? All hand painted. And the fun thing is he's got a magnet on the back of him so it can just sit on your refrigerator. And I put him on the refrigerator as soon as I got home. As soon as I got everything unpacked. And then in the same booth, I'm going to call it a booth for lack of anything better. I got this Kitty Mau. Look at this Kitty Mau. He's made out of steel. And you can see where he's welded. I don't know if you can see it very well. But he's welded. And inside of him, so he doesn't blow away in the wind, is a pretty heavy size rock. And what I like about this rock is that it's polished. It's really, really pretty. It's not a pretty color per se, but it is just really nice. And the rock somehow is fastened to the steel. But this little guy is pretty heavy. But you can see here where he's been welded. And then it's, I don't know if it's welding or what it is, but it looks like welding to me. And then the little head is put on. And you got the little whiskers and the big eyes and the cute little flower. My cats have looked at this and said, what is that thing? It's supposed to look like a cat, but it's not a cat. My dog said the same thing. What is that thing? Anyway, so we kept going down the street, and they were trying to sell us hats, and they were trying to sell us blankets, and they were trying to sell us purses, a lot of purses. Oh, these are leather purses. You really like them a lot. Well, you know, I was born at night, and I wasn't last night, I'll tell you that. And these just really didn't seem like real leather purses. I did find one that was a real leather hand-tooled purse, and it was gorgeous. It was a lot of, pretty blues and browns. But that was the only real leather purse that I saw, and it was worth a chunk of change. I didn't get it. I don't use purses. I just have a phone holder that holds my driver's license and everything I need, grab it, and off I go. So we kind of wore out that side of the street. We crossed over the street, and we went into several other little vendor areas. And one of the first things that I saw were, I got to get up to show you this. I found 2 dresses. Now, I love to wear dresses in the summertime in Arizona because it is hotter than snot in here in Arizona. So this is a pretty little dress. It's a tie-dye, which is another one of my favorite things. But I'm a hippie, as my daughter would say. And then there's the bottom of it. And then there was this pretty little one. I'm not sure if this is a gold color or what this might be. Orange? It's not exactly an orange, but it's really pretty too. And it's got great little pockets with the elastic on them, and it buttons all the way down. I think it's just gorgeous. I can't wait till it gets to be a little bit warmer, and then I'll wear these. I have a lot of summer dresses, because that's all I usually wear. My daughter got me hooked on dresses, so now that's all I wear, most of the time, in the summertime. So as we're walking in this one area where the dresses were, they had these cutest little bubbles. Little bubbles. That's a little frog bubble. Look at that tongue on him. And this is hand painted. I think he's so cute. And I love the eyes. Look at those eyes. So I got him. And I got a little, I don't know if this is supposed to be a snail or a turtle. If it's a turtle, it has awfully long antennas. Very nicely painted. I think it is. I like it. Again, it's in the Tonala flavor. And a little dinosaur. Look at those little heads go. All hand painted. And a ladybug. And these were, I think, $2 a piece. And I'm going to list them on eBay because I think they're just too cute not to list. I think somebody else should have fun. If I'm going to have fun, you got to have fun. And then a little caterpillar. Too cute, too cute. You know, these are the types of things you want to keep for yourself because they're just fun. And then an owl. And I got this little owl from my next door neighbor because she loves owls. Oh, and the little dinosaur I got for her grandson. And a brightly colored yellow pig with a gray tail. And the tail moves around. It's so cute. I just can't stand it. And then there's a little, this little guy. And his little head moves back and forth too. Skeleton. I have a friend in Colorado that likes this type of thing, and every time I see something like this, I always pick it up. She never buys anything for me, and that's okay, but I just always think of her when I pick up these things. So we went into this pharmacy there in Yuma, or excuse me, in Mexico. And I thought, well, things are going to be fairly cheap, right? You know, like medications like Flonase, because I thought, well, I'll just get some Flonase while I'm down here. Well, it was just as expensive as it is in the States. So I decided not to do that. But we're walking around, and the store has everything. Kleenex and paper towels and toilet paper and just you name it, they had it. Well, I haven't seen Coca-Cola in a bottle. Not quite this size. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get me a Coca-Cola. Look at that size Coca-Cola. That's a big one. And it's empty because I drink it all. I was kind of excited to see that. I know that it's got Mexican writing on it. I don't know what it says right now. I have to look it up. It tells me how many liters are in it, what the measurements are, and how many calories are in it. But I kept it number one because I am learning Spanish. It's interesting to learn it, but I need to know it because we live in a Hispanic area. It seems like everybody speaks Hispanic, or they speak a combination thereof. They're bilingual. Then my husband had to go into the pharmacy and get a Band-Aid. Our little dog, Stella, for some unknown reason, claws him, and then he bleeds really easily. He's got those red spots on his hand where like the blood is higher up on the skin, or the skin is thinner. I don't know exactly what it is. So I'm sitting on a bench, and along comes a lady who's wanting to sell me jewelry. Beautiful, beautiful jewelry. I kid you not. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I don't wear necklaces. I don't wear any of that. I might wear my wedding band. If I don't wear my wedding band, my husband gets a tad bit upset with me. So I usually try to wear my wedding band. But so she's showing me all these jewels, all this jewelry, all this beautiful silver jewelry that is marked 925, which really kind of surprised me. But she started out, I think, at $125 for this pendant. And this, pendant's the wrong way, sorry. There we go. For this pendant. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know what it is. I gotta look it up yet. And this beautiful, beautiful chain. And this is marked 925 as well. So she started out at $125. And it was kind of like, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to spend $125 on jewelry. I don't spend that on myself. And then she said, okay, I will sell you the pendant for $65. And I said, no, I'm not buying any jewelry because I don't wear it, which she couldn't understand. They don't understand the word no very well down there, but they're just trying to make a living. You can't blame them. And she said, okay, I will sell it to you for $55. And the price keeps coming down. And I said, well, I just wouldn't want the pendant. I would need a chain to put it on. So she shows me all these beautiful chains, and they're $925 as well. And my husband is still in the store. He comes out, sits down next to me, and the lady said, okay, I'll sell them both to you for $85. And I said, I don't want to buy any jewelry. She said, I haven't had lunch yet. I'm hungry. She said, how much will you pay me? And she kept lowering her price and lowering her price. And for $25, I got this beautiful teardrop pendant and this beautiful chain. For $25, you betcha, I'll buy that in a heartbeat. So I think I'm going to go ahead and list this on eBay because I won't ever wear it. It's beautiful. I have lots of really pretty jewelry that I don't wear. And then this is marked 925 on the back. I don't know if you can see it. And then the necklace up at the clasp is also marked a 925. Again, I don't know if you can see that because I can barely see it. But no, I can't see at all. Blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. The other interesting things that I found down in Mexico is they will have purses, supposedly leather purses, that are marked like Michael Kors or Prada or anything like that. If you go down to Mexico and you expect to find a named purse or a named wallet, make sure that you look on the inside for the markings. Michael Kors and Prada and Gucci and everybody else marks the inside of their product. So I checked the inside of the product and there were no marks. But the price wasn't bad. They wanted $25, but I wasn't going to pay $25 for really a non-leather purse and a non-leather Michael Kors. I wasn't going to do that. I know enough, thankfully, to know that these aren't the real things. So I obviously didn't buy them. So by the time we got done purchasing my little bubbles, we had called for the Lyft to come back and get us. And when you leave Mexico, I don't know if you hear all that noise. That's my cats. To leave Mexico, you have to go through a gate. And then they got somebody, a guard at the gate, and they check your ID. And I took our birth certificates because I thought maybe perhaps we would need them. So there's this great big long line that you have to go through, but they only let a few people in at a time, maybe 20. And so you're standing in this long line to get to customs, and you're only allowed one person in customs from your line. So I walk in and I've got my husband's driver's license and he's sitting outside. He doesn't know what to do. He has dementia. And I was really surprised that they didn't ask us to declare anything. Nothing at all. So I was pretty surprised. You know, you don't want to pay more than you have to. I'm a tightwad. I squeak when I walk. So anyway, to get out of Mexico, you have to walk along these sidewalks and just go back and forth and back and forth. And then you got to hope not to get killed when you're trying to cross the street to where your Lyft guy is going to pick you up. And we did well. We didn't get killed. So that was eventful. Where I really want to go is to Rocky Point. I think there'll be the things that I'm looking for down there. But I don't know if I could talk my husband going back down into Mexico. It gave him a lot of anxiety, but that's what happens when you have dementia. So we got back to our hotel room, and there was this little diner, Penny's Diner, and we had some lunch in there, or dinner in there. The oddest thing, I've never run across this before, and I was really surprised, is that you had to take your camera and take a picture of the code, the QC code, I don't know what they're called, and then it will bring up the menu and all the prices. Well, that's ridiculous. Just give me a menu with the prices on it and I'm happy. So the waitress ended up taking our order anyway, because we didn't know what we were doing. She goes, and this is how you do it. You do this, that, and the other thing. We're going, that's great. You know, but we don't. So she did take our order for us. And we got back to the hotel, which was right across from the Penny's Diner. And my husband fell asleep at 6:30 at night. And we were both tired. Because, you know, it's a long drive. And, well, not that long of a drive, but we are older, so we like to rest. So he falls asleep at 6:30. Next thing I know, at 1:30 in the morning, he is nowhere to be found in the hotel room. It's not like it's a big room. It's just a regular sized room. I went into a panic because I didn't know where he had gone. And with people with dementia, you're never sure what they're going to do. So I'm jumping out of the bed. I'm pulling my pants on. He walks through the door. He went outside to have a smoke in our car. I was so upset. Oh, I was so upset. I told him, don't you ever leave a hotel room somewhere where you don't know anybody or anything is. You can't do that. You just scared me so bad. So neither one of us could really sleep. I tried to lay down and rest. And, you know, after you get about 5 hours of sleep, you just go, I might as well get up now. So we left Yuma about 5 o'clock in the morning, and we got home about 7:30 in the morning. It was nice to be home. Not that it was a bad trip. It was just fine. I do have, I am blind, legally blind, in my left eye. But what was really nice about driving when it was dark, there was no sunshine. And the sunshine didn't hurt my eye. And so that was actually more comfortable driving for me at night. So the trip went well. We had a good time. I would do it again, but go to Rocky Point instead. Maybe one of these days I can talk my husband going back to where all the dentists are and get our dentist work done. But he's scared, which is understandable for him. So anyway, I just wanted to update you and show you what we purchased in Mexico. I know it's no real big exciting thing, but it was to me. I never get to go out. I'm kind of housebound with him. So it was nice to get out, look around, and do things. If you get a chance, you don't necessarily have to go to Mexico, but go out, enjoy yourself, do something you haven't done in a while. We did go to a movie and lunch the other day, which was really nice. He hasn't wanted to go anywhere in so long that I didn't care what movie we were going to go see. It was Napoleon, I think. Yes, it was Napoleon. Not my cup of tea, but he enjoyed it. That's all that mattered. And we went to lunch, and then we looked at the Christmas trees, the fake ones that they had up in the mall. So that was really kind of nice too, to get out and about and for him to act like a normal person. Normal, if that's what you can call it. I'm so bad. So, anyway, thank you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And you all have a good evening. Bye. If I can hang up on you.